Ready.
You went to the pint.
Mm-hmm. My Big Lebowski mug. I love this thing.
The dude abides.
Careful, man. There's a beverage here.
The dude abides.
I fucking love that movie. Hey, we should do our favorite
nice
movie.
wardrobe change.
We should do our favorite movie podcast. We just did favorite fast foods. We should do favorite movies.
Well, we've done favorite sports movies, or do you not remember that?
I remember that, but we could just do favorite movie. Hey, nice jersey.
All of yours were Kevin Costner, remember?
I love Kevin Costner. You could do favorite food.
Yeah, so what would be the point of doing that? Every movie you pick will be Kevin Costner.
That's not true.
Wait, is that the infamous jersey, Ray?
It is the infamous jersey.
It's a little tight.
You still have to wear it
I
to a
don't wanna talk
game.
about
Ooh, it is pretty tight. Look at you. You're either jacked or fat. I'm leaning to the F side.
Did you just shish him?
Yeah.
Is he delayed? What is going on with Ray?
I think he's
I'm
delayed.
not delayed. I'm not
You are
delayed.
delayed.
Nothing's
So,
wrong with me.
what are we stumping you with these fucking brain busters?
I didn't even hear what you said. What'd you say?
Say he's delayed.
Yeah, he's all over the place. Throws on a Tampa Bay Brady jersey.
All the blood's getting shut off from my head.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just
leave me alone.
Lost circulation to
Well, it hasn't been to your other head in the
brain.
last 20 years. So, I mean, it's got to go somewhere, though, right?
Yeah, whatever.
20-year-old jokes. Maybe it went to your puffy nipples.
I don't have puffy nipples.
Your mom
Jeez.
does.
Your mother does.
All right, so we're starting a new show. That's one for each of you, you dinks.
No, that was the same joke for both. Well, only one of us.
No, you guys both said it at the same time,
Come
so it's
on.
one for each.
Fine.
Fine.
How many did we get? 3 mom jokes?
You
each?
get 3. No, Rich gets 3. You get 2.
Well, you each get 3 on my
No.
mom then.
Oh, that's easy.
Oh, thanks for the permission, Billy.
Thanks, Queen. Thanks for the permission.
Don't care.
Oh, jeez. Someone's a little testy. Someone's a little testy after that first Hendrix and cranberry juice.
I've had more than 1.
You don't say. By the look of your eyes, we can always determine the look of your eyes
He was
how
about
drunk
to
you
say
are.
8. I've had more than 8. Yeah, by the level of by the amount of pupil we can see, we know exactly how many drinks you've had during the day.
God forbid I want to watch some football and drink some Hendrix. Right?
God forbid. I work 4 days a week.
Oh, man, I had a Aloha Mai Tais last night. Best in town. They're crushed ice. Oh, man. Crushed ice in a drink is a game changer. Love it.
Do you go straw with that, or do you just let the ice hit your
I'm not
teeth
one-
and lips?
I usually don't do straws, mostly. I just like to just drink it.
So then you
How's
just
that help with your dentures?
They're glued in, dummy. All right, Ray, that's one. That's one.
Oh, he's putting a quote on old jokes.
He's the oldest one in here. I just look old. Fuck off.
Yeah, and
Not all of us can have a baby face. Sorry.
Dude, some guy asked me at golf yesterday if I would leave my wife to go live in a trailer park, and I was like, joke's on you. I've never been married, motherfuckers.
Joke's on you. I already live in a trash can.
That's right. I already live in a trailer park.
Can't get lower than my status, motherfucker. God damn it!
Again, 2 shows in a row, you're lighting the house on fire.
Hey, Grad!
Hey, Grant! What is she cooking up there? What is she
Bill.
burning up
What
there?
is she burning? There you go. Well, welcome to the Simple Minds Sports Show.
Mitch Buchanan jumping into Baywatch action. Where's your fire
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Do you put your shorts on to go save her, or do you just take your shirt off and go save her? Which
Do you
one
have to
gonna
take
do?
your shirt off to fight a fire, or do you leave it on? Is the real question.
Joke's on you. I don't wear pants when we do this show.
Ooh.
I don't either. Joke's on both of you.
The last time you did that, you know what happened.
Oh, you can't hear me. Do you need help?
Tell her we're trying to work here.
Yeah, we're trying to fucking produce a show.
We're in the lab here, and you're lighting the house on fire. Rich, you're in the fucking basement, bro. You might have to take this on the run and get out of there before the fucking floor caves in on you.
There's a door right there. He's fine. He's
All right,
fine.
good. Save the day. Save the dog. Leave the wife.
Miles, here, boy. Oh, there he is. He's fine.
Miles,
Miles,
go out the door, quick.
Miles, put out the fire, Miles. What do you think she's burning? It's gotta be
Rich's
like,
soul.
it's like organic mac and cheese, I bet.
Ew.
It's gotta be something really stupid.
Yeah, like fondue or tofu. Some stupid ass shit like that.
She's grilling hummus on the
I
stovetop.
don't get the whole fondue thing.
Oh, here we go. We got an answer.
All right, what's she making?
All right, what's she making?
It wasn't food. It was a small fire. We took care of it. Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show. Monday headlines, October 5th. Welcome.
We're both wrong? That's bullshit.
It was a real fire?
We took care of it.
She was cooking something.
What is she cooking?
She was cooking it.
Was it a candle? Did a candle almost burn your house down?
I'm not at liberty to say, Bill. Not at liberty to say.
I'll text you.
Yeah, he's out of breath, right? He's like, ooh. His heart's racing. He's probably rock hard right now for putting out that fire, Baywatch style.
Spray that fire extinguisher. He just has one hand with a fire extinguisher and the other hand just gelling his hair back.
I got stairs in my house, Bill. I don't just hop in a tin can and close the lid.
You should. It's easy.
Boys, COVID has hit the NFL. It felt like there for a minute we were in danger, and it still kind of does, of losing the NFL season, or at least a portion of it. We'll see how they get out of this. But obviously we had the Titans-Steelers game postponed. Titans are now under investigation for not doing what they're supposed to. Vikings had some tests. They are pushing through. Saints had a couple positives. They pushed through. All of that in the last week. And then obviously headlining our show, Patriots Chiefs push to tonight because of Cameron Jarrell Newton. Raymond, I noticed that you're not wearing your cami pajamas, and you already said that you didn't have pants on today. You're actually wearing a Brady jersey, which is interesting on a day where Cam Newton has cost the Patriots probably a win, and the respect of their peers and the integrity of the league and the organization has been shaken. Cam Newton, the only New England Patriot to test positive for COVID-19. What do you have to say about that, Ray? What was your first reactions? Did you have a slight smirk as I did, or were you distraught as the biggest Cam Newton fan on the panel? And
the only Cam Newton fan on the panel.
Oh, okay. Billy Snip-Snaps is back. Snip-Snap. That entire pint of Hendrix is almost gone. We just started the show. I understand I went away for a second to put out a fire, Mitch Buchanan style. But by the end of this, listeners, if you follow us on YouTube page, you will be able to literally see Bill's eyes close and go night-night at the end of this show in approximately 27 minutes. So,
Sleepy Bill.
If I get up, it was to make one more of these.
Yeah, Billy Squints might leave the screen for a second just to get a little more fucked up. Right. Instant reaction. Cam Newton across the screen on Twitter, positive for COVID-19.
3 things. I'll make them quick. 1, I'm wearing this Brady jersey because I don't think we'll ever be going to a Patriots game the rest of the season, so therefore I'm wearing it today. 2, I think this is a woman's jersey because it's very tight on me and I can't feel my fucking belly right now.
But do your breasts fit nicely? Do your boobs fit nicely?
Actually do.
It does look like a woman's jersey.
It feels like a woman's jersey.
Ray, your tits look really good in that.
I know.
They do. They're shaped
Don't get hard,
nicely.
boys. Don't get hard. Please don't get hard. 3rd,
I'll leave the 20.
I was at my son's birthday party. We were having a family birthday party. I literally said "fuck" as loud as I could in front of the whole party. Then when I got that message across my screen, everyone looked at me like, "Cam has COVID. This is not good." I'm not happy. I'm not happy
you're
at all.
in your mid-30s. Your son was 8. You're not 65, so you don't have adult kids like Bill who
So speaking of
they were
that, sorry I
scattered
couldn't make
about
it
New
to the family gathering yesterday. Ray, I know
You
I
owe
owe
my
my
son. You owe
I
your
owe my step
step-grandson.
grandson a lot of presents, but I like as I am as an absentee father, I'd prefer to be an absentee grandfather as well. So
Bill, what was your instant reaction, Gramps, on Cam getting the COVID?
fuck. That's what it is because no, he's your best option of winning games. It doesn't
Best
just
player on the team. I
he's
told
the
you
best
guys
player
that
on
on
your
the show.
team. He's the best quarterback on your team. You're going into a huge game against defending Super Bowl champions. You want him to start this game, and then you're like, oh, shit. I thought they were going to lose anyways, but still, I mean, you had more of a chance to win the game with Cam Newton than you, Brian Hoyer, Jarrett Stidham. So Cam Newton could catch fire and dethrone Kansas City. Brian Hoyer, Jarrett Stidham can't. So as much as I'm on the fence about Cam Newton, I'm off the fence this week as I wanted him to start. Now with COVID, 1 foot out the door on him.
Yeah, I got to say, I was not happy. My instant reaction was not joy. It was, oh, shit. Because I knew, to your point, Bill.
Did you say it like this? Oh, shit. Is that what it was?
No, I did not, actually.
He was probably looking in the mirror, giggling to himself.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we didn't get a Cam Newton reaction video with him just smiling the whole time. Oh.
Yeah.
I was
Cam.
I was actually driving, saw the notification on my phone, let go of the wheel, and dabbed.
Was Ingrid in the car? You're putting your wife in?
She was. She screamed, and then that's probably why she lit something on fire. She's still angry. No, I said
money on your ass.
I said, "Oh shit," because they just lost a chance to win this game, which I thought they had a chance to, and I think they were going to, but I thought they had a chance to. Without Cam Newton, they lost that chance, and then immediately I went to the repercussions of what are the repercussions of this going to be. I thought for sure there was going to be more positive tests because just one in this, as we've seen, it's so contagious, it's very unlikely. And wouldn't you know it, Cam Newton is the only New England Patriots to test positive. That is something else. Now,
why are you saying that with a smile, Dink?
Because I fucking don't like Cam Newton. We would not have this situation with Tom Brady. You don't have it with Brian Hoyer. You don't even have it with that stiff Jarrett Stidham. Everybody else on the New England Patriots have managed to not get this disease and clearly done what they're supposed to do. Now, I'm not saying that Cam Newton went out there and was getting handies by Billy's whores on the corner, but clearly – if everybody else on the team tested negative and he tested positive, there was a disconnect on what he was supposed to do and what he did. Okay, and that screams why do I have a little bit of a glow to me? Because I said from the beginning of this, Cam Newton was going to be a problem somewhere down the line off of the field, if not on the field, and this is not exactly what was drawn up in my head, and it's not even determined if it was his fault. But it's just the type of bullshit you get with players like this that are all about themselves. I guarantee he made a selfish decision that put him in jeopardy, and it cost him. That's why
this was a toot for Richard. That's all it was. You just wanted to be a.
It's not because I still root for the Patriots, and I was still wanted Cam Newton to be successful. It's just a little bit of I told you so. This guy's gonna be a fucking problem, and he is.
He's already rock hard from fucking putting out a fire. Now he's just rolling right into the Cam Newton take. And, man, it's Boner City so far in the first 10 minutes of this show. I don't like it.
He's going to give himself a concussion dabbing that hard.
Cam might not be the only one. Again, we mentioned it in a –
well, he can't do the bill. He can't do that.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, they're taking 2 planes out to fucking Kansas City, right? 20 guys closest to Cam. So, I mean, we might see more positive tests tomorrow because I think they're going to do game day tests. Today. Minnesota Vikings did game day tests on Sunday. They were the first team in the NFL to do game day tests because, again, they played the Titans last week. So you saw another game day test with the fullback that tested positive in New Orleans. It was a false positive, so they played that game. Kansas City's got their backup quarterback or practice squad quarterback also tested positive. So I don't think this is Cam's the direct reason why the game got postponed. Where Kansas City guy, I think it was going to get postponed anyway. So you got 2 positive tests. Sole guys, only one guy tested positive on each team. It might have not have been Cam doing something stupid, but again, he does have his documentary crew there. There's people coming in and out. he films the stupid workouts, all that other shit. It's probably one of his guys doing something stupid. You haven't seen anything come out. You know how the media is around Boston. If he's spotted anywhere, bar, club, restaurant, it gets reported. You haven't heard of shit from Cam Newton since he signed with the Patriots. You don't know where he is at all time. He basically just goes from his apartment to the stadium. So, I mean, it's got to be someone that he's associating with. Again, you want a high-class hookers. You never know. He is married, but who knows?
I don't think he's married. I think he's in a domestic partnership. But that being said, I honestly don't think it was anything terribly malicious from Cam Newton. But this,
it's hard to shit on if he's not doing something stupid.
No, it is, and it might be bad luck. It might honestly be bad luck. But his history is his history, and he's not an off the field problem. He's not like a shitty guy. There's always fucking drama. There's always drama with this guy. No matter where he's been, there's been fucking drama. So this is not a surprise. And that, I don't want to toot the horn at saying I told you so because it kind of fucking sucks. This is going to screw up the Patriots season. Might cost them the division. It looks like the Bills are about to win. So I don't know. It sucks. What do you think Belichick's first reaction was?
Next man up. I guess the same thing when Bledsoe went down.
Bullshit.
Next man up. I mean, he's pissed. No, he's pissed. He's pissed. But
this motherfucker.
I don't know, though. It is COVID, though. I mean, we are in a pandemic. You never know. I don't know. I get he's pissed. I think he's more pissed because, again, you probably just look in the division, go right out the window unless Buffalo start to scuffle. But they still have to play at Kansas City. They still have to play Seattle. So their schedule is the second hardest in the league outside the Patriots.
I'm saying Belichick is not – you don't think that he had a meeting with his team that said, look, this is the real thing. Your biggest hurdle this year is going to be this disease and doing the right things and staying focused when it comes to COVID-19, the protocols that are in place, and what you're supposed to do. And then his captain, quarterback.
That's the bad part.
Franchise quarterback that you just brought in here, the guy you've been tooting his horn and blowing smoke up everybody's ass about all he's doing are the right things. He's the only one to get it? No, Belichick is pissed.
Oh, yeah. Belichick's not eating a $5 footlong for sure. He is very upset right now.
No, he's getting 2 $5 footlongs.
Yeah. As soon as those results
as
soon as those results came back, he was fucking bullshit. Because that could have just jeopardized the whole season, not just the division. That could have been the whole season if it was an outbreak like Tennessee.
Right, they were an hour away from getting on the plane to go to Kansas City.
Yeah, if that could have been an outbreak, that could have been 18 guys or the whole plane. The whole fucking team could have got it if they all got on the plane together like that. It could have been way worse. So, but his reaction had to have been fuck.
Yeah, it's got to be you.
We had a chance. This is the second time that they had to redo their game plan a day before or 24 hours before going to play. James White's father dies, has scrapped that whole game plan against Seattle. Now against Kansas City, scrap that whole game plan.
Yeah, I don't know what it says. I don't want. I mean, all jokes aside, I don't want to come down too hard on Cam Newton on this. We don't have all the details. We don't have all the information. The drama thing is just too convenient. Like, you
track record of drama, Rich.
It's track record of drama. Like, you can't fucking escape it. And this is just too fucking perfect. It completely fits the goddamn mold. What? Does it say more? So that in that sense, does it say more about Cam Newton, or does it say something about the Patriots? And I don't know how they're dealing with it, what their protocols are, how they're,
It says something about Cam that he's the only. It says that something about Cam because he's the only one that got it. So kudos to the Patriots for everyone else being safe and doing their job and not getting COVID. And it looks bad on Cam.
Bill, how do you think it reflects? How do you think it's going to affect his relationship with the team?
I don't think it's going to hurt it. Again, we're in a global pandemic. If you came out and you violated COVID, like the NFL COVID bylaws, then I think it's going to affect it because then you're supposed to be a leader on this team. You're made captain and you can't follow these strict guidelines to stop the spread of this disease. Then I think that's where you're going to see some tension between him and the team. But if it came out that he wasn't really violating any rules, he's the only guy. It was an isolated incident. I don't think it's going to affect his relationship with the team.
Let me paint a scenario for you. Cam Newton misses this game against the Chiefs. Whether he comes back against Denver or not, let's say he has some weeks that he's not playing that great, and he's not the Cam Newton that we've seen, and he's not leading this team to victories. Tension. losses build tension in the locker room. You don't think a couple of those guys, if they haven't got the clear picture about what was happening with Cam, they just said he was fine, he didn't violate any rules. You don't think there's going to be a couple questions just start boiling up? Like, hey, Cam, you might have lost this game, Kansas City. We haven't been the same since. What were you actually doing? How did you actually get it when nobody else did? You don't think there's a possibility for that type of thing to start rolling around and Cam Newton being Cam Newton, getting defensive about it and building some animosity between the in the locker room there? You don't see that as a possibility of coming to a head if they just say no, he didn't violate any rules here, he was fine. It's just happenstance when he's the only fucking guy that tested positive in the entire team.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like everyone else is doing their job, probably going home, not going to the clubs, going to the bars, going out to eat. They're just going home, doing their job, doing their homework, going to the stadium. And then Cam Newton, the only one that did it.
Yeah,
you're a captain. You're
Cam Newton. You're above us. You're above us because you're Cam Newton. We give you this captain status, so you think you can not do exactly what we did, even though it's not that bad, but it still cost you a game, cost me a game, cost us a paycheck, cost us a playoff position. You don't think that starts to boil in if they get in a little bit of a down, a spin here?
Not in this locker room. Not with this head coach. Maybe on other teams, but the leadership that Bill provides, and then you think about the guys, Edelman's, the McCourties, the Slaters, the veteran leadership in that group outside of Cam Newton's very, very strong. I don't think anything, distractions, whether, if there was Cam partying, maybe, you might get some resentment, but if it's just him just got the disease because he got the disease and people catch it, who knows?
Well, that's one thing, Bill. Yeah, if they come out and say it's proven that nothing happened, he didn't do anything wrong, and it's proven, then sure, that's one thing. But how are they going to do that?
I guess
I'm talking about Edelman. I'm talking about McCourties.
I'm just saying the veteran leadership will not let this, like the problems you both agree on, like the resentment and like you doing this, you fuck it up. That shit's not going to resonate with the players because of the veteran leadership in that team, and it starts from head coaching. Matthew Slater's they're one of their biggest leaders. Same thing with Devin and Jason McCourty. So you see the veteran leadership there. I don't think it's going to let it go into that locker room and drive.
I think that's where I think if it were to happen, that's where it'll start. And the biggest question mark with Cam Newton is his personality, that meshing with Bill Belichick that has been good up till now because Belichick is pumping his tires and Cam's played pretty well. If Cam starts to play not that well and Bill Belichick doesn't start to pump his tires and Cam starts to act like the bad Cam that we're all afraid of, no, it's going to be the McCourties and the Edelmans that start to resent him, and that's going to be bad. And then you're going to have that. I'm not talking about the rookies. I'm talking about McCourty and Edelman and the guys that have been on that team for a long time that have established themselves as Patriots. And Cam Newton walks in there, starts playing bad, starts not taking responsibility for himself. Bill Belichick stops pumping his tires, and you see the other side of Cam Newton. You're going to see discourse. You're going to see contention. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but being the only player on the team to test positive for COVID-19. If you don't see, winning cures all. So if they go into a little bit of a tailspin here, all I'm saying is watch out. That's what I've been most concerned about with Cam Newton coming to the Patriots from the beginning. And this is not the best situation for to remedy that, I guess I would say. But they do have a bye in 2 weeks, so that might help. Or it might hurt. Who knows? What do you think the NFL is going to do handling this forward? Do you think there's going to be a full slate of games? Bill, I know you've been on the 10-game path for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I said over the summer I thought they would play 10 games, and there is rumblings that they want to stop the season. Some owners, Pro Football Talk, I think, had a good tweet about it today that they were talking about there's 12 owners. They want a bunch of owners. They want to do 12 games and put all the guys in a hotel. I think they're going to play a full game, like a full slate of games, and I think if there's no major outbreaks, outside of Tennessee, they could be the Florida Marlins. You only think about baseball. They were not a bubble team. They traveled all the time. I mean, this is what they're molded on. You had Arizona. I mean, you had St. Louis and Miami had huge outbreaks. You had to cancel a lot of games. St. Louis made up. They played fucking 10 doubleheaders, 7-inning games. They played 27-inning games. So I think NFL is going to want to they want the full schedule. It's been proven time and time again. NFL does not give a shit about their players. NFL hasn't come out anywhere hinting about lowering the games. So I think they're going to try to get them in. I think if you see a major outbreaks that you might have to stop the season. But till right now, it's an isolated incident right now with Tennessee. That was it.
Two things with that, Bill. When the outbreaks happened with MLB, they completely revamped their testing system and they jacked it up like tenfold. So I would assume the NFL has capabilities and holes in their system that they can do that. They're probably getting pushback from the Players Association because the players are annoyed with how much of the shit they have to deal with. But so what? Again, same thing we said to baseball players. Fucking get over it. You're playing a kid's game for millions of dollars, and we're in a pandemic. So if you want your paychecks and you want to go out there and play, you're going to have to get tested a lot. And they're going to have to do it, like, aggressively, regularly, and that's all, aggressively and regularly to be able to stay ahead of it. Because once you get behind it, Tennessee happens. Miami Marlins happen. St. Louis happens. You can't get behind it. You got to stay ahead of it, and you do that with consistent, rapid, aggressive testing. And then if someone says positive, then they're gone. It's just like that's just it. So
the team's got to be smarter too, because Rich, you saw Oakland this week got busted. They're under investigation for breaking COVID bylaws because they all went to a Darren Waller.
Las Vegas.
What did I say? Oakland, sorry. Las Vegas. They all went to a Darren Waller charity event. No one was wearing masks. There was a huge group of people. It was all indoors. So the NFL is investigating that. So I'm willing to bet the Titans are kind of the same thing. I guarantee all these guys probably had some huge fucking party at some bar because Tennessee's open and they don't give a shit about themselves. So I guarantee, because their NFL is investigating them for breaking COVID laws because they had 18 members. 9 players, 9 coaches test positive. So I guarantee they're out at some team function, not following the NFL guidelines, and it's going to come out. And if it comes out, the team deserves to get fined. And they're already talking about losing draft picks for coaches not wearing masks. Strip the team and start doing draft picks now because you're fucking up the season.
I was just going to say that, Ray. So we got on Manfred's real bad when the penalties he dished out with the Astros and Dodgers, and they got to the brawl, and he came down on those guys really, really hard. And they nipped it in the bud. As much as we want to say baseball fucked up, and they did, the whole thing was kind of a fail. They did inevitably end up figuring it out, and they got the season done. Now, some teams played different amount of games, and St. Louis had to play half their games on back-to-backs. And
they played less games, too. They played 58 games, too.
Yeah, so it was kind of a shit show, but it was because of the beginning of the season that was a shit show, and then by the end they kind of figured it out. Are you in favor, Ray, of draft picks, large fines, getting ahead of this and dumping on these teams for violations?
Yeah, so basically if they get an investigation like they're doing with Tennessee Titans, whoever I think broke protocol, they should be suspended 4 games. That should be 4 games, no pay, no game checks, whatever. And then the team, they should get fined as well. Draft picks, whatever. So that Goodell should put his foot down and be like, all right, here's what's going to happen if you guys fuck up. This is the example that we just set with Tennessee. You guys do this shit, this is what's going to happen to you. And maybe that will put a fucking boot in everyone's ass, and they'll start going back to the hotels or their houses and not fucking off after the games and shit.
Yeah, I want to see a high draft pick too.
I agree with that.
First, second, or third round.
I agree with that. Maybe I agree with that. The problem is it's not Goodell. It's the owners. Where baseball, their front office still has a little bit of sway.
Yeah, but Goodell can do whatever he wants.
But he doesn't. We know that.
But he can, Rich. And the thing is too is.
But he doesn't. I know he can, but he fucking doesn't.
But
so what are we talking about here? Guys. These are semantics. That we know that the Goodell does not set the fucking rules in the NFL, Bill. What are we talking about?
Hold on.
But if it's in the collective bargaining agreement, you saw with the Patriots in Deflategate. He came down with any punishment he want. They went to court.
Do you think that was Goodell, or do you think that was fucking Jerry Jones and everybody else in the league going, fuck these guys up?
Okay, so how about all these
guys up, Goodell?
Hold on. How about all these owners that we saw the tweet? I sent you guys a tweet this morning. All these owners that want to stop the season now and go to 12 games and keep all the guys in a hotel. So how?
Those are all the teams that are probably bad.
But I'm just saying, you're talking about ownership is making the Deflategate call, why can't they make this call? What if that's what I'm saying. What if they do? Make an example out of Tennessee. Strip him of a first-round pick. They can't appeal. The only way you can appeal it is to sue the NFL for any team sanctions. You can only appeal for.
Bill, you're saying all of what you're saying is correct. You're missing the point. If they go to a 12-game season and they put them in hotels, that will be the owner's decision, and it will not be whoever the fuck is the owner of Tennessee. It'll be Jerry Jones and
Adams,
Robert Kraft, and the Martas, whoever owns the Giants. It'll be the power group that runs the NFL. That's who makes the decisions in the NFL.
No, so I know, but you're talking about if we're talking about draft picks and fines.
Yeah, it's going to be them too.
Goodell.
No, it's not. You're fucking high if you think that Goodell is going to go.
That's you can't do that.
All right,
Come
well,
on.
fucking problem solved.
That was a
Problem
layup.
solved.
That was a
No wonder
layup.
we've been doing this for 5 fucking
And I've been
minutes.
drinking fucking gin all day.
Just been smoking in and out the fucking ear. Jesus Christ. All right, well, we'll see. Monday night we got Chiefs Pats tonight. We think that Hoyer is starting. We already recorded our Fat Tuesdays that we talked Patriots quarterback. So listen up tomorrow. We'll give you some insight on what we think about Hoyer versus Stidham and that shit show. But line's 11.
Now, yeah, it started at 7 with Cam, moved up to 11. They actually pulled it off DraftKings yesterday or Saturday, I should say. Ray, I think you said it first.
Yeah.
So now it's only 11. I'm surprised it's low. I thought it would be more 14 to 17 range.
So Cam's only worth 4 points to Vegas.
Yep.
Cam's worth a field goal to Vegas.
Yeah.
You think that's right?
It's still Bill Belichick on the sidelines.
With this team, yes, because again, I alluded to in our Fat Tuesdays, he can steal a game. Cam can get hot. He almost stole. He
should be worth more than 4, Bill. That's the point. Yeah, you are fucking.
No,
right.
I agree. No, I agree. That's what I'm saying. I expected it to be 14 to 17. I didn't expect it to go up 4 points. I just said that.
It should be set. The spread should be an
17.
additional 7.5.
Yeah, it should be a touchdown. The biggest spread this week was Baltimore and Washington was 13, and then the Giants and the Rams was 13. This spread should have been more.
Yeah, this should be two. This should be a
which I hit that Baltimore
spread.
pick anyways. Fuck you.
No one cares.
Yeah.
About.
Well, they should because pick them Thursday.
Right,
Anyway.
you got them. You got Chiefs covering. We all think that the Pats are going to lose, right? Or are you still holding hope there?
I think they'll lose, but I don't think they're gonna. I don't think
Mrs. Brady and your titty fucking jersey.
Thank God for early
This is
lines,
a goddamn
though.
women's jersey. God damn it! I feel.
Thank God for early lines because we had him at 7, not 11.
Let me just tell
early
you,
lines, baby,
you guys took him at 7. So if Brian Hoyer has some fucking magic and keeps you guys close, you guys could steal this cover from me.
You goddamn right we can, Bill.
2 words for you, real quick. Matt Castle. That's why I have faith in this Patriots team. Bill Belichick made that guy look like a fucking starting quarterback in the NFL. He could take Brian Hoyer and make him look good too.
Yeah, they also had an undefeated
all
roster.
3 of us on an 18-1 team from the year before who lost 0 people except for Tom Brady and went 11-5. You lost 6 games, 7 games less. Come on, fuck that. Never mind. Matt Castle overrated.
He
Fuck
is
him.
very Bill.
Oh shit! That's what I'm saying.
Those Hendricks are going down quick. You can't even do the math right. You can't even. You can't
When
even.
numbers are wrong, that's when you know he's fucked up.
Yeah, I'm done, dude.
11 and
Oh,
5.
I was born
5
a
minus
rambling
1, Bill.
man.
Jesus Christ. Not a man living. NBA News and Notes. Lakers are going on to win. They're going to take
cares.
a 3-0 lead. Well, my question, do you think that
Well, we should care, Barrel. We're in the
yeah,
media
you should
now.
care. It is sports.
We're in the
that's
media
what we
now.
talk about. Lakers
watched
about
a
to
minute
tie
of
the
the finals.
Celtics for with 17 titles all
Yeah.
time. You can no longer say as a Celtics fan that we have the most titles in NBA history. That stinks.
And you were born right around the time that they won their first championship, Bill. So you
Yeah,
should-
when 46.
You
Was that
probably
the year?
told them no Bill Russell because we don't like their kind.
No, I said draft Bill Russell.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Me and
You're a
Red.
progressive. I forgot.
yeah.
You're a progressive.
Yeah,
Bill.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I like all kinds.
Yeah. It's because you can't see him because his eyes are fucking so squinted. Do you think that with this title that Anthony Davis is about to win, that he will stay a Laker? Or do you think he's going to go and test free agency and try and grow a set and maybe lead a team by himself?
He's going. He's staying. He already said, I'm going to fucking ride with LeBron everywhere he goes. I'm never leaving this fucking guy. And I'm pretty sure those are like word for word.
Is that
I
a
didn't
quote?
add those swears. I'm pretty sure that was his quote. He's not
Okay.
going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. And you can add another max guy. They're going to put a nice another dynasty in the Lakers. He ain't going anywhere. And if he does, he's kind of a bitch. I don't know.
He's
the
a bitch if he
How is
goes
he a
somewhere
bitch
else?
if he goes somewhere else? He's a bitch if he stays with LeBron.
I guess he's a bitch either way, but he's the
You're
best.
a top 10 fucking
he's
player
the
in the
best
NBA.
second guy LeBron's ever had. He's going to win the MVP of the series.
Yeah,
Right.
he's a top 5 player in the league. He
Doesn't have the balls to start a franchise by himself. He couldn't.
I
Carry
agree with you. He's
going
gonna
to
stay with
carry
the-
New Orleans. He couldn't carry New Orleans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
well,
right.
because it's a small market. What if he went to the Knicks? The Knicks are a big market. They have tons of
James Dolan would fucking ruin him.
But I'm just saying they have enough money to sign 2 max or 3 max guys.
No one, and I repeat,
So
no
Ray,
one. They
shut
could
up,
have signed
Bill. Shut up,
Kyrie
Brambles.
and
Don't
Durant.
make me fucking do it. So,
Do it.
Ray, you think there's a
Fucking put my nuts.
all right, Ray, you think there's a chance
Yes.
I ruined a joke there. We ended on nuts on my. But you think there's a chance for Anthony Davis to get some buddies together and go to the Knicks?
I'm just saying that's the only other place.
Give me a percentage. Give me a out of 100.
Since he's a bitch, probably 45% that he goes to the Knicks.
Not 69.
Nah. I should have said 69% he stays with the Lakers.
What I did with your mother last
Missed
night.
that one.
Ah, why'd you unmute him? That's two. That's two.
My bad.
That was a
No,
layup,
but
Rich.
that's the only two teams I see him going to. It's either the Lakers or the Knicks.
Do you give him credit if he goes to the Knicks? Even if
Yeah.
even if he puts a superstar team together, he goes to the Knicks. You give him credit?
Absolutely. Because you fucking did it. You left and you started your own team. You went to a shit franchise that hasn't won since 19. What, Bill? What won they last time they won?
Ooh,
You're the only-
with
72?
Bill Bradley.
72, I think.
Old Senator Bill Bradley.
Get that
in there.
photographic memory working. What did the newspaper say that day? What did it look like?
I don't remember.
It was black and white.
It was mid-Vietnam.
There was a
I was
murder!
in the jungle. I was in the shit.
But that's the only
that's
two
right.
because that's when he wanted to leave the Pelicans. That's the only other team that he was saying he wanted to go to. So I think the Knicks and Lakers are the only two teams he's going to go to. He wants to play in a big market.
I'll respect him if he goes to the Knicks because I respect anyone that wants to play for that shit-ass owner, the worst owner in all of sports now that Donald Sterling is gone.
Dan Snyder?
James Dolan.
Hmm.
James fucking Dolan. You're in the biggest media market in the world.
Dan Snyder was selling his cheerleaders for whores.
I would do the same thing if I was an owner. Who cares?
Okay. Well,
Well, cheers
there
to
we
you,
go.
Bill.
God
There's
forbid.
another reason no one
God
should-
forbid I want to encourage prostitution.
there's another reason we should be happy that Bill has no money.
Well, if I do get money, I'm buying into the Knicks.
Okay. Look, the MLB has no games until Tuesday.
I thought that was weird.
Not a one. Well,
Why do you think that's weird?
do
You want to against the best sports organization in the world? You don't want to go against them.
smart or no balls not to take on the NFL? Not just Sunday, but also Monday. They're not taking on the NFL.
Smart.
the
Definitely smart.
MLB playoffs. This is week 4 of the NFL. Well, all right. So fine. We know it's smart but what does it say about the state of baseball? That your playoffs do not have the sack to take on the week 4 of the NFL, that you're going to skip 2 whole days before you play playoff games.
You know who has more balls than the MLB? The WNBA, because their finals
Your
are going
mother.
on right. Well, that's 3. Mute them. Mute them for the rest of the fucking night. Okay.
Community Bill, sorry.
The WNBA is
Then
playing
the rules.
playoffs right now. Yeah.
He's gonna go make another Hendrix. We've seen the end of Billy Squints tonight.
Bill's
This has
calling
been
in
the,
tomorrow. Bill's calling in tomorrow.
This has been the Simple Mind Sports Show, Monday headlines, October 5th. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in Fat Tuesdays. We'll be talking Patriots, and you will be time traveling at that point, talking about the matchup there. So bye bye.
What do you think she's burning? It's gotta be
Ripped
like,
soul.
it's like organic mac and cheese, I bet.
Ew.
It's gotta be something really stupid.
Yeah, like fondue or tofu. Some stupid ass shit like that.
She's grilling hummus on the
I don't
stovetop.
get the whole fondue thing. Like, have you ever been to a melting pot in Boston?
No.
It's basically like this whole. You boil your fucking meat in like cheese. It's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. So you just use like.
So you make steak and cheese?
No, it's like little cuts, right? And you like put them in like a little poker, and then you stick it in the fucking cheese. And then the cheese is like boiling. It's weird as fuck. It's stupid.
That sounds like the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It's wicked dumb. And
I
it's
bet you
so-
it's wicked expensive.
Yeah, it's like $80. Like you could buy like a coupon. It was like $80 a couple or some shit like that. I went like a long time ago. But like I'll give you though, the dessert was really good because they just had a big melting pot of chocolate.
Oh yeah,
You could do like
I'm all game for
s'mores
that.
and so
Yeah.
like going for dessert's cool, but like the fucking fondue, ugh.
No, thank you.
Yeah, she's probably making like crack hummus with a side of like chickpeas.